Are four wheels really more stable than three wheels on an e-bike? Stick around to find out. Hey everyone, I'm Dustin. I have 20 years experience in the bike and e-bike industry. And today we're gonna answer the question, are four wheels really more stable than three wheels on an e-bike? Now, before I get into it, hit that subscribe button below. Stay in touch with us here at Sixthreezero. Be the first to know about all the new content we're putting out, giveaways we're doing, and of course, new product releases. All right, right here, I've got our two four-wheelers, our AnyTerrain Recumbent and regular, and our simple glide fat tire E-Trike. All these are linked in the description below, by the way, if you want to check them out. Now, we get a lot of customers coming in here in San Clemente, and their number one concern is stability. They are either coming off of having a two-wheel e-bike, two-wheel regular bike, or they haven't ridden in years, and they're concerned about balance, they're concerned about stability, and maybe they've also test rode a tricycle before and they don't like it, and so they want to see four-wheel options as well because they want to feel, again, as stable and secure as possible. Now, the question is four wheels really more stable than three wheels? And I get a lot of people coming in and they want to try the four-wheeler and they might have a bad experience on a three-wheeler, so they're turned off by even trying a trike. So, to answer the question, is four wheels really more stable than three? Maybe, not necessarily. So, let me explain. A traditional tricycle that sits very upright, they do drive and feel more cumbersome than a recumbent tricycle, something like the Simple Glide with a stretched out frame, fat tires. So the more compact you go with a trike, the more upright it is, the more you're gonna have to get used to the feel and the pull of how a tricycle pulls and steers. That's an important thing too, is many people get on a trike, they don't feel stable because they're not necessarily used to how a trike feels, and they feel nothing like a two-wheel bike. Now, with that said, the three I have right here actually drive way more intuitively and don't feel like a traditional tricycle. So, when you're talking about these traditional tricycles, is four wheels more stable than those? Yes. And a lot of it has to do with the wheelbase and also the height of the rider. So a lot of people have that tippy feeling. I can assure you though, because we carry a lot of those models, once you get used to it, you'll get the feel of how to sway, how to balance, how to adjust your weight. But the first time you ride, it can be a little off-putting. Now, if you feel like you don't have the time to get used to it or you don't want to, opting for four wheels or a three-wheel e-bike like the Simple Glide could be the next step. Now, the reason this E-Trike feels and is equally as stable as any four-wheel bike is because of the setup. The way it has a longer frame, a smaller front tire, which makes it nimbler and easier to steer. So the front tire is actually a 16-inch and the rear is 20-inch. It gives it just, like I said, easier to steer. It doesn't feel the way trikes feel, where they have a little bit of pull to it, way more intuitive. And then the fat tires as well provide stability and also resistance on the steering, which again, just makes it more stable, easier, a lot simpler to ride, but again, incredibly stable comparatively to a lot of the other E-Trikes in the market. So if that's something you're concerned about on the trike front, look for a trike maybe that's not a traditional upright looking one. Look for something a little bit more elongated, fatter tires. That's gonna add that stability and bring it into the realm of being equally as stable as a four-wheeler. Now, the advantage these four-wheelers have, well, especially the recumbent model here, is the length of the frame and then the special steering in the front here. So the steering, when one wheel goes up, the other goes down. So you're always gonna keep one wheel on the ground. The wheels also tilt when you turn. So it's very intuitive, very balanced. This is, I would say, our most stable e-bike or e-trike we have in our lineup. And then this four-wheeler and the Simple Glide are tied for a second. But that steering system, which is also on this one, adds to that stability. So you could have a four-wheel bike. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be stable. Again, the setup, the geometry, all of those things really play into how they feel. If we didn't have this special steering on the front, it probably wouldn't be nearly as stable as it is, because that makes the turns so much simpler and easy. And again, these feel nothing like a tricycle when steering them. So simple, so easy. We've got lots of videos where you can see other people riding them, how they can jump right on and get used to them. The learning curve on these is much lower than it is on a standard tricycle. So again, most people get on these instantly. They figure out how to ride them, how to steer them. Some of the more upright, compact trikes, there takes a little bit more getting used to, but everyone does get it. It's just a matter of how long. Some people pick it up in a minute. Some people, it might take a day or two, a little bit of practice, right? You got to retrain your mind on how to drive a three-wheel bike versus a two-wheel bike if you've been riding them for a long time. So in summary, it really comes down to the geometry of whatever product it is, of whether it's three wheels or four wheels. Also, the tire size plays a role, the steering mechanisms, everything adds into that. So if you ride an E-Trike or you test ride a trike and you're like, wow, this does not feel good, don't necessarily give up on trikes. Try to look out there, test ride some more so you can ultimately find the right one that you feel safe on. Now, if you have any other questions at all, please comment below or reach out to us, the team at sixthreezero.com, or call us 310-982-2877. Also, all three of these are linked in the description if you want to check them out. In addition to that, we offer a 30-day test ride your e-bike policy. If you don't love it in the first 30 days, send it back. No questions asked, no money out of your pocket. Also, we're going to warranty everything for 1 year. Anything goes wrong in the first year, we'll take care of it, parts and labor. Also, if you want to come out for a test ride, we're here in San Clemente, California at 1046 Calle Recodo Unit K. Come test ride any of our e-bikes or e-trikes before you purchase to ensure you're making the right choice. Then, also before you purchase, join our community. We have a Facebook group called Sixthreezero Peddlers. There's thousands of members in the group. Join before you purchase to talk to existing riders to ensure you're making the right choice. Then when you have yours, post in the group, make friends, and finally download the app to track your rides and compete on the leaderboard. So thanks for sticking around, and don't forget, it's your journey or experience. Enjoy the ride.